Introducing the Utahraptor from REBOR, a brand new item to their exciting dinosaur lineup. But first, I'm going to start out with the unboxing. To start, you can see the box art is fantastic. It has the Utahraptor on the front, the REBOR logo, and the name of the item. On the back, you can see that there's the REBOR logo again, part of the 2015 lineup. You can see the Utahraptor, the King T-Rex, and the Y-Rex, the Utahraptor. To open it, it's pretty easy. You can just slide the sleeve right off, which I admittedly had a little bit of trouble with. Once I gave it a push, though, it did slide out. And you just pop it open there. It closes just as easily. Inside, you'll find the Utahraptor fact sheet and the instruction manual on how to set it up. Everything's encased in foam, cut out in the shape of the items themselves. It's a really nice presentation. In the middle here is the Utahraptor itself. Really nice and easy to take out. So anyways, you have the Utahraptor there. On the bottom right, you have the base. And then on the bottom left, you have the Utahraptor's arms. I'm going to start off by taking the base out. As you can see, it has a desert-like environment. And you can see like what looks like bones and skulls inside of it. It's a really nice presentation. I'm going to pull out the Utahraptor now. This is a fantastic piece. And right away, I immediately noticed how detailed it was. I'm going to set it to the side right now and pull out the arms. Also inside the arm piece is the peg for the feet to place the feet inside the base. I'll show you that here in a little bit. Okay, so let's get these open. I had a little trouble getting this open without the knife, so I used a knife to slide open the info sheet and instruction manual plastic. And I just went and popped those out. You really don't need the assembly sheet. It's pretty straightforward, but it's still nice that they included it. And the info sheet itself looks really, really nice. It has a lot of information about Utahraptor itself and just some really cool graphics on it. So, anyways, I'm going to set those aside. And the Utahraptor itself did not need cut. It just slides right out of the plastic. And right away, you can see how beautifully detailed the piece is. There's just a ton going on with it. Great sculpt detail, great paint job. It's just a really, really attractive piece. It's got these beautiful sickle claws on it. It just has a sense of, it just has like a really nice sense of the animal itself. Just, I love the fact that the jaw is articulated much like Papo pieces. I'm going to pull out the arms out of this plastic, as well as the peg to attach it to the base. You can see the peg right there. It slides into the bottom of the foot, like so. And then it fairly easily slides into the base. Now, I stopped myself because I realized it made sense to put the arms on first. So the arms themselves just slide right into the hole. It's a nice firm fit, so you might have to gently wiggle it, but I didn't have any I didn't have too much resistance, nor did I have any worry of it breaking. It felt sturdy. It did exactly what it needed it to do. So after a little bit of teasing it in, I got that arm in, and once again, it just looks fantastic right away. As soon as it's in, it looks like it's part of the piece itself. And it's cool because it gives you a little level of customization. You can kind of choose which way you want the arms to display. And then I've got that arm in, basically. Just had to apply a little bit more pressure. And then you can just see exactly what the piece looks like once it's assembled. And it's a nice piece. It has a decent size to it. Just a lot of detail. Just checking in, getting the arms in the position that I'd like them to be. And then I slid the peg into the foot and attached it to the base, which this time you see it went right in. And there it is, standing. It's really, really nice. It's a great display piece. It's eye-catching, and it's so easy to assemble. Later on, one issue I did run into is it begins to lean forward a little bit. That's unfortunate. I think if the peg went up into the leg a little bit further and into the base less, it would have helped avoid that issue. And the plastic itself for the leg is a little bit too soft, which is what starts the leaning. It's a minor complaint for an otherwise fantastic looking piece, but it is something that's worth noting. Hopefully future runs of their products do not encounter this issue. The size of it's nice, it's a very sturdy piece, and what's really cool, on the bottom of the base you can actually see the information, as well as the nickname Wind Hunter. As for the piece itself, as I said before, it has a ton of fantastic detail. It sits nicely in the base, and every part of it is thought over, including the legs, the teeth, the eyes, the feathers, the wings, the tail. REBOR really knocked it out of the park with this one. I'm really excited to see what REBOR brings out in the future, and I'm definitely going to pick up some of their past items, especially the T-Rex, which looks fantastic. One thing I will say, in some of these pictures, it's leaning, as I said it does do after you've had it on display for a little bit. In some cases, it's leaning a little too much. I had the base improperly attached. Right now, it has a strong lean on my display, but not quite as much as it does in some of these video clips. I really think REBOR knocked it out of the park, as I said. There is just a level of detail that you do not see on items this size, in this price. It really looks great on my shelf, and it is definitely one of the more unique pieces I have on display. For $30, you really can't go wrong. There are some inaccuracies, but nothing major. I know that fans like to nitpick over these things, and that's totally understandable. However, I think that this level of detail that REBOR is offering should not be passed up. Check my video description for some of the more specific details, such as the item size and where you can buy it. And oh, for a size comparison, here it is next to the Papo Triceratops. Anyways, I hope you liked the review. Later on, my reviews will be a little bit more organic. It's unfortunate that I had the technical issues that stripped this one of its audio, but I'll make sure to avoid in the future. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. Thanks.